The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
A very good evening to all of you, and today, Thursday, we had another love therapy session, and with me here in the Love Talk Show, I have Andrea, my wife. Good evening.
Peter. Hi, good evening to you all.
We have the couple here, Moya and Luvia.
Good evening, Pastor.
And we were listening about so many good things in this love therapy session. Some of them we are going to repeat and share with you a few of the things that we were learning. But before we talk about it, I would like you to watch this video talking about betrayal. Let's see and listen what people they say about betrayal.
The word on the street.
Do you think betrayal is ever acceptable in a relationship?
I think it depends. I was just talking about this with a friend yesterday, and I think I would forgive an infidelity, like a sexual thing, but it depends on the case, no? But something that it's more related to emotions, I don't think I will be able to forgive.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea, because I think once you've betrayed someone's trust, then it's really difficult to get it back.
And who would you say is more at fault, the betrayer or the betrayed?
The betrayer.
I used to think men, but recently I've been noticing women as well. So I would say both.
I think, the obvious guilty person part here would be the one who commits the infidelity or whatever. But at the same time, I think that something is wrong in the relationship if that's if the person has to go to do that, I think it would be a discussion to be had after that, of course.
What advice would you give to someone who's in a relationship that has experienced betrayal?
I would just say walk away. If you're not happy, if there's problems, or if you just lost interest, open it up and express that, and just walk away. It does not worth causing all harms, because some of the harms really takes just leave kind of stamp on your heart, and just takes a long time to go away.
Do you think there's ever a solution or a way to fix a relationship when there has been betrayal?
Yeah, I think it depends on the context. Every situation is different, isn't it? And people are different. And, sometimes people might be in a relationship and they're just not really right for each other. So maybe the best thing is to get out of a relationship, and maybe sometimes using betrayal is a way to get out of a relationship that's toxic, for example. But yeah, I think, there are also ways to fix relationships if people really want to work hard, and it depends on what has been betrayed.
The word on the street.
And this is the opinion of some of those who were interviewed throughout this week about being betrayed. And Andrea, at the love therapy sessions, throughout this time, we have been receiving so many people, and some of them, they had a dream to be happy in their love life. They had a dream of finding someone where they could be happy with, they could build something with, form a future with, sometimes even having children with. And this person's desire, no one starts a relationship, or no one plans a marriage and the future already thinking that, okay, I'll do this for me to suffer later on.
No one starts a relationship thinking that they will suffer or make the other one suffer. But the thing is, with small things that start happening that are not addressed, that are not fixed in the beginning, they become big issues. For example, where there's lack of attention from the partner, if someone in the workplace starts giving more attention, that can become a problem. So if you're in a relationship, for example, if you're a married couple and you are not giving attention to your spouse, pay attention to your attitudes. And we spoke about that too. Because if you are just paying attention to what the other does or lacks or is not doing, you won't pay attention to your reactions or the lack of attention that you are not giving to your spouse. That's the thing.
Well, I would like to hear from you. You are watching us from the Liberty Radio app or from our website. Wherever you are, you have our chat here. And I would like to know what your opinion about betrayal is. So you can go there, write your comment, tell us what you think about betrayal, who suffers the most with this. And in between, we are going to hear just what people were sharing with us last week before the love therapy session.
I have been attending the love therapy for the past 4+ years. Something valuable that I have learned about myself is that for me to want to be a better partner, it starts off with who I am now. How do I serve my family? How do I serve my relationship with God as well? Because He's my first partner, He's my first husband. How do I serve Him first and my family and those around me? Then I'm able to, if I start now investing with them, then in the future when God does happen to bring the person for me, I am prepared and ready to serve them as well. So someone that doesn't attend the love therapy, what I would say to them is, you learn so much invaluable tips and gems that you don't know out there. Whether you're from the church or you're not from the church, the tips that you learn can be applied to every area of your lives. Because people always think love therapy is love, you have to come to look for someone. But actually, no, it's first finding about the love that starts from within yourself, the love from God. Those things trigger to external things around you as well. So definitely come to seek that, to learn about it, so you can take the tips to apply in your work, with your family, with your friends, and then your love life as well, because definitely God wants to bless our love life. If I was to describe the love therapy in 3 words, would be eye-opening, funny at times, because it's very funny things that we hear about, and informative, I could say, because you learn the things that you could apply in the future.
Do you have questions about love, relationships, or dilemmas of the heart? Well, you need not worry anymore. The Love Talk Show has the perfect segment for you, the Q&A. Send your questions to love@uckg.org and have them answered on the show.
If you'd like to write to us, we have an email that is available.
If you prefer to remain anonymous, please let us know and we will respect your privacy. Tune in to the Love Talk Show every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Here we are once again with the Love Talk Show. We are here to learn more about love.
Intelligent love.
Your question can be used as the topic of the program. Who knows? You just might be helping others in a similar situation. Sharing your questions can help you, as well as inspire and guide others facing their own love challenges. Your email could be the beginning of a journey of understanding and discovery. Don't leave your questions unanswered. Email love@uckg.org now and take part in the Q&A segment on The Love Talk Show. The Love Talk Show, helping you to love intelligently.
I've been attending the love therapy for about a year. The way I've seen myself develop is more on the inside, because I used to be someone that was really insecure and I suffered with a lot of internal things about myself, and coming to love therapy taught me to love myself and to let go of all the traumas and insecurities I had inside of me. What I'm looking forward to learning in love therapy tonight, just learning more to love myself. 3 qualities that I've developed since attending the love therapy is learning how to be a better testimony at home, learning that usually my relationships with other people, if they're bad, then that's usually because my relationship with God isn't the best either. So to maintain a good relationship with God, which will help me maintain a good relationship with others, and learning to just be easier on myself and realizing that all of us were not perfect. If we can't expect perfection from us, we shouldn't expect perfection from others.
And in today's love therapy session, one of the things that was said, it was the comparison between a couple who gets married, and sometimes, and in the love therapy, we already received people going through this. They got married, and they already in the honeymoon, they found out that they were being betrayed on that same day. They got married, but they found their partner was literally getting involved with someone else. And Moyo, it's a reality that is happening. I was talking with Andrea, and I don't believe people, they get married in order to suffer later on. We do not get married. I hate you, I don't like you, let's get married. No, it doesn't work like this. I choose her to as my wife because I liked her. Our goals were matching. We had the same plans. I liked what she was, and vice versa. And we took that decision to build a future together. Unfortunately, there are people who, when they are suffering with betrayal, this leaves huge scars within them.
Exactly, Pastor. And the word that you used is unfortunate. Is something very unfortunate. You know, people who suffer with things from the past and they carry that baggage with them into a relationship, into a marriage. And as you said, two people don't enter into a marriage saying, "Oh, I hate you. You are the worst person to be with me. So for me to suffer more, let's get married." That's not how it works. Mm-hmm. It's not how it works. It's mutual love between two parties, two people. And because they both love each other, they both come to this agreement to get married. So where does the problem of infidelity, where does the problem of, what's the word again?
Betrayal?
Betrayal, there you go. Where does that problem of betrayal come? Sometimes, some people, they say, no, I only did this because of what happened in my past, because of something I went through, because of a baggage that I've carried into this marriage. And it's not helpful. It's an unfortunate situation, Pastor.
Yes. If you are watching us and you would like, share with us what your opinion concerning to betrayal is. You can write, type here on our chat, and we are going to read it here. We have one here. Andrea, would you like to read?
Can you please get a little bit closer?
Yeah.
You know this.
Infidelity, is talking about infidelity.
Yes. So we have, the name. Sunny
Lisiwe.
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Yes, Dube. Infidelity is the kind of betrayal that definitely reflects on how much both partners are not invested in the right areas in their relationship. It shows, of course, we cannot say that, and you are very right, and thank you so much for your comment. We cannot say that I betrayed you, or I betrayed you because you did something, or I am the one to blame because you betrayed me, because it's always, all the time, a wrong choice. But of course, in the midst of the situation, I have to ask myself, did I invest in this relationship the right way? For example, as we were saying before, did I give attention to my partner, or because someone else was giving her or him more attention, that's why this situation happened? We have to always ask ourselves. We were talking about the blaming game today also, Peter.
And we see, I was going to talk about this, there are several ways of betrayal. When it's not just when a person or the spouse goes and physically gets involved with a third party. There are many ways where spouses are getting betrayed. We have been husbands and wives they are holding on their phones and their computers.
We have seen that.
And they are talking, they are spending time, they are having conversations. Sometimes they say, I'm doing nothing, but yes, literally, they are not physically getting involved with another person, but it's a kind of betrayal, Luvia.
It is, yeah. Because even if, for instance, physically they haven't actually gone and done anything, but just the fact that the person has gone outside of their relationship, outside of their marriage, to seek maybe even comfort from somebody else, that's betrayal, because that should come from the relationship itself. Intimacy isn't just physical, but, expressing your feelings or having that close bond with someone. If I now take that and have it with someone else, I'm betraying my partner, my husband. Yes.
And if you are watching us and you are inflicting this pain to your partner, your spouse, think twice, because after all, you have chosen this person to take care, to live, to be with this person, to respect this person. That's why you have taken the responsibility of starting this relationship. It's time, I believe, it's time, because if the other person doesn't know, if the other person is not aware of what you are doing and is getting hurt with it, is suffering with it, it's time for you to say, no, I need to do something. And yes, in the love therapy, people are learning how to take care of themselves and to understand this in a perspective that they will take care of them and their spouses too. And of course, if there is anything that is causing and forcing this suffering, we are going to pray and we are going to ask God to set that person free from whatever is causing the division. But Andrea, on the other side, we also have those who were betrayed. They went through a disappointment, and the disappointment left the scars that we were talking with Moyo a few minutes ago, and they stopped their lives on time when this was happening. This happened 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, but there are people that are still there blaming everything and everyone, even those who are not involved, saying my life is not progressing because of them.
And it's very hard. I can't even imagine, because that didn't happen to me. Thanks God. I got married really in a really young age, and thanks God we built our marriage on the altar. But when this happens, you should not be stuck in the past. Why? Because we will talk about this theme during this week, but you should love yourself more than you love the other person. Otherwise, if the other person betrayed you, it's like you lost everything. You lost the world and you stop living. It's even as if you stop breathing. I had that example with my father, Peter, because when that happened to him and I could see his pain, I could feel even his pain, and he was still working and providing for the family, but he was stuck to the past. He wanted to go and chase my mother. He wanted to go, even if he knew that she was already with someone else, he wanted her back so badly that he stopped living.
And yes.
Sorry, just to even add on to what Miss was saying, this inflicting pain, it's like if someone is stuck in their past, it's like they are literally inflicting pain upon themselves. Mm-hmm. They are stopping themselves from moving forward. They could have been blessed with a new relationship, a better relationship, someone who could take care of them, but because they keep themselves in that past, they say, no, I reject every opportunity to be in a better relationship. I reject any aspect of me being blessed in a relationship, and it's like harming themselves. And again, these things are not healthy. It reminded me of a verse, something that God said, do not remember the former things. Behold, I will do a new thing. If a person keeps themselves stuck in what is old, I was just thinking, imagine I'm saying no because of what happened in my past. I'm not able to move forward. Every time I see a picture of that person, I hear the name of that person, I still feel that pain. And that new thing can't be done in me. But God wants to do a new thing in the life of this person.
I think it's important to mention here, we are not invalidating what you may go through or you went through with the betrayal. The betrayal was there, and in certain cases it was extremely painful. But what we want to show to you is what options do you have? You have two options. You have the option of saying, I will remain there and I will keep on using this blaming game and
putting my life on hold.
Yes, and placing my frustrations on everyone who is around me. Or you can take a decision and say, no, why am I putting my life on hold? Because of what someone else has done. It is in your power for you to do something on your own behalf. And this is something that you also learn in the love therapy sessions, for you to take care of yourself, because you end up wasting your life and not reaching the happiness that you desire so much to achieve. Well, we have here more comments of people talking about betrayal. Someone said here, betrayal is a very selfish thing. The betrayer is not thinking of the other person's feelings. It's unfair to the other person. I don't agree with it. There's someone else saying here, what I understood from the love therapy is that I need to make sure that I don't have something that God has showed me that is wrong. And I know, and now know that is wrong, but I'm not willing to let it go. Someone else said here, because this is a betrayal to God, and I have to be willing to change by going to God and to ask Him for help. And the last one says, betrayal means they never really loved them in the first place. Because if they really knew the meaning of loving someone, the word or the thought of betraying shouldn't even be in there. Well, no matter what your situation is, because in my opinion, Moyo, the betrayer or the one who is suffering with the betrayal, they are both suffering. Yeah. One, because it found out that is not the only one, and the other one because at the end of the day, the conscience is accusing them.
Exactly, Pastor. And maybe there's someone listening right now and you are the one that has caused a betrayal. Because right now, it seems like that's what we're speaking about. It's not something for you to feel down and to think to yourself, there's no way out. Actually, there is a way out. And that way out is God. And even for those who have been betrayed, it's the same thing. The way out is God. There's always a hope for the future. That person that has caused the betrayal doesn't have to continue in that way. They don't have to continue causing the betrayal, and they don't have to continue putting themselves down because of it. They can become better. And this is why we have the love therapy meetings, in order for them to learn how to develop within themselves and within their relationship.
Well, the love therapy sessions usually no, they are on Thursdays, 8 p.m. But I would like to tell to all those who are watching us that every single day the doors are open and we are all available to help you. If by any chance you are going through any problem or any of the situations that we were talking about or any other problem, we are here every single day available to help you. Can come and myself, Moyo, his wife, my wife, the pastors, bishop, we are here because, not because we are more, but because we know what God can do in one's life when we are manifesting faith. Well, Andrea, our program is getting the end. We are going to be back tomorrow.
We are going to be back tomorrow. Just one last thing, Peter, that is very important to mention. Sometimes the person that is there watching us faithfully, maybe every day, and they say, no, I don't go to the love therapy sessions because I gave up on my love life. I was betrayed once. I don't want anyone else. I don't want... But look and think. That's why the love therapy exists. At first, when people get, we tell them, take care of yourself and your wounds will be healed. We don't tell to people, go and search. Whoever you see, you can get married with. No, we get healed. First, we heal ourselves. We take care of ourselves. And then afterwards, whatever the Holy Spirit does, it's His will in your life.
Well, see you tomorrow, Luvia. Thank you very much. Moyo, thank you very much. And you, see you tomorrow at 10:30. And before we go, I was almost forgetting, next week, the Love Talk Show, instead of 10:30, will start at 10 p.m. Okay? Have an excellent night.